Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. This is one of those places I absolutely positively hate to go, and this is to see Dr. Thompson, my orthopedist. Um, I've got jacked up knees. I'm 54 years old, come next week, and I haven't had an ACL on this knee right here since I was a senior in high school. And if I could describe how it feels sometimes, it feels like it's made of glass and like I'm literally bending on glass. And it gets to be painful sometimes. And most of the time I just ignore it. But the doctor's hoping to try and get me to is to 60. He's like, we need to get you to 60 and get a knee joint replacement. Oh, they turned it off. They actually had my x-rays on there. Basically, I've got bone on bone that's been on each other for so long that it's literally caused a groove into it. So we'll see if we can get some of the chicken grease injections scheduled again. That kind of helps. But some good news for somebody younger on their knee is Michael Gallop. Michael Gallop is actually at practice today, actually did some individual work, did some team work, and barring a setback, we'll be back to playing this week. So that's some great news for the Cowboys. But it seems like this year's bugaboo is back injuries. Today, Lyle Collins didn't practice because his back is acting up, which is kind of strange because, of course, Tyron Smith had his back acting up early in training camp, as well as Zach Martin. It seemed like years ago it was hamstring issues, and I'm glad we're not having hamstring issues, but back injuries kind of worry you a lot as well. So hopefully it's nothing serious. What they did was they took Connor Williams and slid him out to tackle, and they had Xavier Salafalo actually filling in at guard. So we'll see how that works out. And of course we had Cam Fleming out for Tyron Smith. So that's where we stand as far as those injuries go. Hopefully, Lyle Collins, who has literally turned the narrative around since he got his new contract. Lyle Collins is a guy that people thought was a liability, but I believe he's actually rated out as the highest right tackle in the NFL through the first 4 games. So that's where we are with those, and hopefully nothing too serious. So I had another point of something else I needed to bring up, and I forgot what else it was. Lyle Collins, Michael Gallup. Oh, the Cowboys signed former Packer safety Josh Jones, who was a 2nd-round draft pick in 2017 to the practice squad. Now, this is interesting because Kevon Frazier has a pectoral muscle tear that he's supposed to have surgery on, I believe, yesterday, and is on IR. So you could see him with a pedigree. I'm not sure exactly what happened with him with Green Bay that they gave up on him that quickly on the practice squad. This is one of those moves that can be kind of, a little tricky. One, they may think that he could end up taking the place of Kevon Frazier and eventually get some snaps. Xavier Woods did have the injury and missed the game and stuff, and we are thin at the safety position. But also, too, kind of interesting that we signed him the week that we play Green Bay. This may be one of those instances where they pick his brain, try and get a few nuances, of course, from the Green Bay Packers. And as well as, I'm sure they're picking Randall Cobbs' brain a bit, too, because Randall Cobb, he had been a Dallas Cowboy killer. Now, he pretty much has kind of said, nah, it's not any this, that, and the other, any bad blood. But you got to think that, it's like when you break up with a woman, or ladies, when you break up with a man, and you're going to a party and that guy's there, and you know how you dress really nice. You put on that dress that just kind of boosts things a little bit more than usual. You make sure that makeup's perfect. You get your hair done, and you make it so that when you walk past him, you get that little shimmy, that little wiggle that makes him go, oh, damn, what was I thinking? Oh, I miss her. Yeah, that's what Randall Cobb's going to do. And when you think about what Robert Quinn did to the Miami Dolphins, he definitely put that little shimmy, that little wiggle and stuff on him, and made sure he let them know that, yeah, You got Taco now, who's done pretty good. He's got 2 sacks. Yeah, he's got 2 sacks. He's doing better there. But you had me. Taco's okay, but you had me. So I look for Randall Cobb to have a great game against his former team. And this game is really important. This stretch, we've got the Eagles, we've got Green Bay, we've got the Jets, and we have the Giants. This is where it goes back to what I was talking about before. You break the season into quarters. And if you do that, you need, in order to get 10-6, which I think will get you in the playoffs, if you get 2 quarters where you go 3-1, you can go 500 the other 2. Well, we've already gone 3-1 in the first quarter. And you look at this one, you look at this and say, okay, Green Bay, you're at home. Their run defense isn't real good. They may be missing Devontae Adams. That if you can sneak a win here, you definitely should be able to beat the Giants and the Jets. So you look at this and say, okay, we either need to beat the Giants. We either need to beat the Eagles or we need to beat the Packers. If we beat one of those 2 and get the other 2, we're golden. So I would like to start it off with beating the Packers. And actually, I want to get greedy and beat the Eagles as well. We'll have to wait and see how that goes. But see, this is where I envy this. Because this is a nice knee right here, the way it's supposed to look, with your meniscus in between your cushion and stuff. You got your ACL and your MCL going through there, your patella tendon, which holds the kneecap and stuff, right? Well, unfortunately, my ACL is gone. My meniscus is tore up, and this bone is actually rubbed into this bone, so we have a groove in there, and it's bad. And that's where my doctor says I need basically a knee joint replacement. But because of the type of work and stuff that I do, I need to wait until as long as possible because I'll probably wear it out. So we'll see what we can do here when he gets in. I'm Mark Holmes, and well, I'll see you guys soon.